Once again, hello, dear students. Let's talk today about reading and writing files using Python. And if we will have time, I will talk about simple data structures. So we have talked about files previously. Let's remind what we have.
Excuse me, may I ask you to make your mic a little bit louder?
Okay.
Thanks.
What about now? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better, thanks.
Okay. So I want to share my screen. Okay, let's go. Let's remind what we have with files. So I have told that to use a file system to operate with files inside Python, we can use open command. So this is a new file, a new Python file, and I want to create a new test text file, for example. So we can write file name, so it's just a placeholder, is equal to open, not a file name, file object, because file name is a text here. Assume that we want to have text test file .txt, and we use a write here. So I'm now in lesson 7 directory, and you can see that there is only 2 files here. This is a War and Peace text and my text file. So if I use open command here, it will create a new file without any text inside, but do not forget that we must close each opened file descriptor. So if I save this, and we can see that we now have a test file.txt that it's completely empty. Okay, we can use different methods to write down text inside files. So for example, we can use print and special parameter inside print file. So here we want to paste the file object, and it will print string 1 plus new line character inside file. And of course, we can use built-in method inside file object. It's called write 1, 2. Okay. So what we have now, only one. So why so? Where is 2? So I must look at the right method. It's really strange because it might work. So let's do it again. What's wrong here? I have file object. I have right methods. Maybe something wrong with using print first. Okay, there was 2, but I missed that we have no new line symbol. So yes, it's totally work as it might do. So 2 variants how we can write in file using print with file parameter or using write command. But okay, here we use explicit creation of the file object, and after that we must close it. We can do it without such complexity. We can use with expression. So the with expression is the same as so file is equal open file name we and the file close and something with file goes here. So the same result can be done using with statement. So we use with and open command. So here we have file name, what we want to do with this file, and use as and file object name, file object. And after that, here we can use file object to do our operations like as write, and it will automatically closed after job will be done inside the with statement body without explicit closing. So very useful when you think you can forget about closing the file descriptor. So let's try to read some files. Okay, as I said before, we have different parameters in open function. So we can use A, this is for addition to the end of the file. So this is a writing without erasing all the content of the existing file, but addition to the end. So it's equal to the bash more operator in the output streams. So we have R for read and R plus for read and write. Here I have test file for you. It consists of 10 strings, 10 lines. So let's try to check how we can read files and operate with its lines. I will use a with open statement. With open test file. Okay, please mute your mic. I think
I'm sorry.
it gets disturbed. Okay. So using with operate with statement, I forgot about as in file, for example. First of all, we can get all the content of the file using in file dot read method. So content is infile.read. And after that, I want to print content. So it prints all the lines that was in the initial file. Okay, this is the first method to read what is inside the file. Next method is read lines. It's more interesting because it read line by line and put it into the list. So if we want to print this, it will return a list that will consist of lines of the file. So file will be divided by the symbol of new line. And each line will be an element of the output list. Okay, we have method read one line. It's called read line without S. And it outputs just a line from file. And if we do it multiple times, like this, content equal in file dot read line, we will have the second line. So it iterates our lines of the files, and it has a pointer to the, so do not think about pointer. It iterates our lines inside the file and output to you the last read line. Okay, the most useful way to read lines from file is to treat file object like iterable. So, for example, we have content is equal to empty string, and after that we use for cycle, and we iterate for line in file. Content plus equal line. So we assume that we will have the full file because we iterate our each line with new line symbol. So line will have new line symbol at the end. If we want text without new line symbols, we can use strip command here. So and it will get rid of new line symbols. And all content will be in the one line without spaces here. But we can add spaces, of course, explicitly. So I think that files manipulation is one of the key skill for you as data analyzer. You want to know how to parse your data, how to work with your files, because in most cases your files are in two formats. Rather, they are text files, some kind of tabular TSVs, CSVs, and other things, or maybe in special bioinformatics format like FASTA, BED format, and other things. Or they are binary, and you can work with it like a binary format. Of course, you must know the format of your binary file and how to work with the file structure. Okay, let's go next with reading techniques. And how we can use read with a specific parameter. So we have read full content of the file using file.read function. But here we can have a parameter. So if we paste 100 here, it will read only 100 symbols from the file. And it will look like that. So we stopped at the 5th line. Okay, we can print each time. And use, for example, this symbol to divide okay. And if we try to read another 100 symbols from file, so now it must stops. Yes, because read function look at the file and see the empty strings, and it stopped the reading because we have end of the file. So there is a special methods to find where we look now. So where our reading pointer.
Can I ask you, please? So when we use read command or read line command, we every time after the command execution, program remember where the pointer is.
Yes.
Okay.
We will understand how it works when we will talk about iterable objects. So first, we will learn what is objects in Python, how to construct objects, and after that, we will learn about iterable objects. So how to construct iterables. And there is special methods, and objects know what to send outside next. So yes, it knows where our current position is. And we can ask file object, where is our current position? So I must remind what is, okay, I remember. I think this is a tell function. So after print content, please, so I must rewrite it more understandable. So we use please read first 100 symbols first time, and after that please print the position in file dot tell. Okay. So here we are. First of all, I think I must rewrite here. Please do not add additional new line symbol because we already have new line symbol inside file. So please end with empty string. Okay. And here we have, this is the first content, read it by first 100 character. This is our current position, 100. So we look at 100th element inside read file by symbol. And here we look at 174, and this is the end of the file, and we stop to reading something. Actually, we can change this pointer to read from the arbitrary position. So for example, here I can set that please. Now we are at 100 position, but I want please now in file seek, yes, seek. Please now change your position of reading to the, for example, 50th element. So how it works? So we read, as usual, our 100 elements, 100 symbols. We have a position. Actually, I do not know from where we have this ATA. Maybe something wrong. Okay, must check. Tell. Tell. Please print tell. After that, seek. So once again, yes, it works as usual. What's wrong with seek? In file dot seek. Why it prints something? It's really strange. So it seems that this is not quiet. It prints something inside the console, and it breaks my workflow here. So the thing is that it prints first 100 symbols as usual, then it prints the position 100, then we change the position to the 50 and print from the 50 position. So 50 was here. Maybe we can change to 51 to be sure that it's working. No, it not work. Okay. Okay, it works. It works. Sorry. I understand what is ATA. It is from here. So this is a 51 position. So we have TA dot dot, and after that 100 symbols, and after that another 100 symbols. And of course I forgot to add and 999. So I think it must look nice here. So once again, first 100 symbols, the pointer position. After that, we change pointer position to 51, and it goes from here, TA, and to the nin last symbol. Now we add 151 position and the end of the file. So we can fully control how we use our read functions. So we can read from any position we want. It's really useful when you have a really large files and you want to read it by chunks. So you read one chunk, next, and then provide your calculation. And I do not know what you want to do with your content. So you can divide your file into the chunks and work with them as a separate pieces. Because without any parameters in file.read will read all the content into the so for example, we have content name for the object, and this will be an object in your random access memory that will contain the full size file inside. Not the file, but the content of this file in the plain text representation. Okay, the same thing is with writing. So we have our, I will call it WTest, WTest, so writing test. So please, now it's not out in file. I prefer to call them out file. So we output something using write operators. So out file dot write. Please write something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We have WTest, WTest, and it consists of our text. I want to add new line symbol here. So yes, we have all digits from 1 to 9. And here we can use the same techniques. So we can use outFile.seek. It's change of the current position. So now our current position is after the last character. But we can go, for example, to the beginning of the file and write something else. Write, for example, 5 zeros. So what would you expect? It can be 2 different variants, so it will reduce all the content and only write 5 zeros, or it can write 5 zeros here. So let's check it. Okay, it works like with reading. So it just change position to the 0 and write 5 zeros and do not change the another content. So in the R+ mode, we can use both reading and writing inside files and changing the position of reading and writing. So you can work with your files like your string objects using such techniques, but do not forget that working with files on your hard drives or SSDs are much slower than working with objects that are stored in the random access memory. So, but yes, you can change the information explicitly inside the files without without downloading them into the random access memory. So work just inside the files. Okay, I think that I want to demonstrate some real example of using techniques with working with files on the example of searching the frequencies of words, so word counting inside the War and Peace book. I think it can be interesting. So rec.py. Maybe I want to show you how it looks like. So I have leo.txt. And this is the full text of War and Peace from Leo Tolstoy, written in TXT format. So it's, I think, really large. Yes, 3.3 megabytes of text. And we want to count the frequency of words that were used by Leo Tolstoy inside this book. So let's go. Okay, let's start with reading the content. So with open.leo. Actually, I must say it, but this is very problematic, and please do not do what I have talked about previously. There is a concept that when you build your pipelines, you do not want to change your initial input. So please do not play with your initial files, because you can drop your data and it is really dangerous. So please use your initial data just like an input. And after that, work with some temporary files or some object inside Pythons, but never do not change your data, because our bioinformatician data is really expensive. People do a lot of things to create files for you, and you do not want to lost all of the data that were created by another people. So please use your in files just like an input. Okay, so I want to preserve this paradigm here, so I will use leo.txt just like a read file, file with reading access, and with open as, for example, book file. So let content will be like I showed you, book file dot read. So after execution of this command, we will have 3.3 megabytes inside our memory. And I think for modern computers, it's not so hard, so nothing special. But what will be our content? sorry, content, of course, content. It will be a string object with all punctuation signs and with new line signs. Let's print first, I don't know, first 1000 symbols, for example. Python brick. Name forgot once again. Content. Okay, so this is the beginning of the book. And for example, we can show the last 1000 symbols. So we must have minus here. This is a slicing rules. They work with strings pretty well. Yes, and this is the end of the book. And this is a plain text with a lot of signs, dots, commas, semicolons, and so on. Okay. So what we want? First of all, we want to get rid of new lines, but there are some issues. For example, the usual text will look like this. Text, some words, after that new line and new line text. And we can change, replace this new line symbol to the space symbol to preserve the contiguity of the text. But it can be when we have word that was divided by two lines. Some words, I don't know, technology. So here we have a word that is divided by two lines, and we want to work with these situations. Maybe we want some replacement, but clever replacement. Okay, in Python we have such module called string. Yes. And in string we have method. I want to show you. So string dot make trans. So this is a method for the clever replacements. Its syntax is some string object make trans x, y, and z. So this is a parameters. Let's show the examples. There was text hi Sam, x is equal MSA, y is equal AGO. And what will be the result? Hi Joe. So what's going on? It's change symbols from first strings to the symbols of the second strings. So M will be E, S will be J, A will be O. Maybe it's not our case, because in two situations that we have, I want two things. I want a new line to be space, and the dash new line must be empty string. So this is a usual new line, and this is when Word is divided, like here, technology. Actually, there is a third case when we have words that is consisted by two bases, so like self-destruction, for example. I forgot how we write self-destruction, with dash or without. So I think like this. So this is the third case, but it's too complicated to solve this situation because we must have a dictionary of such words here. Okay, so let's think how to replace such symbols. Actually, we can replace all new line symbols to the spaces first, and we will have the situation when we have word part 1 dash space word part 2. And after that, we can replace dash. Okay, maybe we will use another replacement. So string replacement Python. Oh, okay, we have replace method. Replace banana set. Oh, it's good. Yes. Yes, we can replace. So let's do it. So our next will be content without new line symbols. Stripped, we can call it stripped. Stripped is equal content dot replace new line symbol to the space, and after that stripped is equal to stripped dot replace dash space to the, maybe it must be first, dash new line to the empty space, and just new line to the space. Okay, and after that, please print stripped, the last one, maybe the first 1000 symbols. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Yes, it's good. We have word by word separated by the spaces. And here we can use split function from string object to split by the spaces, but maybe we want to replace all the punctuation signs to the nothing. How to do it? So I know that string module have punctuation. Actually, I must check in the console first. Python import string and string dot punctuation. What is this? This is a string. Yes, and if we want a list, okay, it has all the punctuation signs that can be in the text, and we can use it to get rid of the punctuation signs. Okay, so for character in string dot punctuation, please strip it be equal to stripped dot replace. Actually, we have a problem with dashes. Once again, because we have double words with dashes. So maybe we must explicitly say that if is not dash. Please strip it be equal to stripped replace character to the nothing. Okay, and after that, please print stripped. Yes, and now we have all of our, oh, here we have Gutenberg -theme. So we do not change words with dashes. They are as they were. So maybe we stopped here with the cleaning from the punctuation signs. Now the thing is, we want to count frequencies of the words. But for example, the word most with uppercase M and the word most without uppercase M will be two different words to the Python. So next we want, first of all, we want to get all our words inside the list. And after that, we want all of the characters to be, I forgot, uppercase, lowercase. So
what about words like US as United States? The here is the at the upper line in your text.
So
and us and US as country name,
yes,
and us as article, I think it.
They will be counted like, one word, yes.
Okay.
So I think we can work with all of that situation, but it will take more effort and we must create a more complex parsing system. So we can think about first upper letter. Okay, maybe we can do it like this. So first of all, let's create list. So words list will be stripped dot split. And after that, for word in words list, please word. Oh, actually works not like that. Words list, yeah, I will use the list comprehension, is equal to word first symbol first symbol dot lowercase plus word from second symbol to the end for word in words list. So looks like in English. Please new words list be a words list where for each word we lowercase the first letter. Okay. So us and US will be different words. United States will be lowercase u and uppercase s, and us will be both letters lowercase. It looks like some fix, but maybe we can be more clever. But nevertheless, let's look what we have in words list. Something goes wrong. Lowercase. Ah, maybe lower. Not lowercase, but just lower. Because we have function upper, and here we can have function lower. Yes. And now we have list of the words without uppercase first letter. So maybe we can find US. US is here. So it will be different from us because the second letter will be uppercase. Okay, and now we want to count frequencies. We can create the dictionary with frequencies. So words rex is equal dictionary. For word in words list. So we can use get. Actually, it was in your second module of homework, but I forget how to do it more beautiful. Words. Oh, no. Words rex word plus equal words rex dot get word comma 0 plus 1. Not plus equal. Here I have equal. So just want to please print words rex just to understand that it works. Maybe it will have some time to count. Yes, it works. Actually, here we have some strange words that have all other letters in uppercase. So maybe the idea with first letter is not so good.
I think they are capitalized because of the last part of the text is written in caps lock.
Maybe. So I will use just lower all the words, all the characters from the word. So we want word dot lower. Okay. Now it's better. So what we have here, maybe some of you do not understand what I'm doing. Here I have such string. So a keyword used for the dictionary words fracs. And I want this value to be equal words fracs get the word. So if word existed in dictionary keys, it will return the value from the dictionary, and we have +1 here. So it increase count to the particular word. And if we have no this word inside the dictionary keys, it will return 0, and it create a new key that will equal to 1. So it's just a good way to write such expression as if a word in dictionary.keys, then dictionary from word plus equal 1, else dict from word equals 1. So this is just a way to write the same. Okay, so we have counted our frequencies, and now I think we are interested what rare and what frequent words we have in the text. So we can sort some. We can sort the list of our frequencies. So for the first, we must create this list. Reg list is equal to list of tuples consists of key, comma, frequency. No. Key and words list key. Why I do so? Maybe it's better to just words list dot items. Reg list. Oh. Oh, not words list, word fracs. Yes, I have a list of tuples and I want to sort. The interesting thing is the using sort in functional manner. So we have function list sort in Python. Where is it? So list sort has an additional parameter called key, and key is function. So how it works? Is there any example with a key? Okay, let's do it by ourselves. So we want reg list sorted. Oh, this is just a in place method. So sort and key is equal to the lambda function x. X will be the element of the list, and please return the x1. The x1 is this integer. It's just a count. And after that, please print rec list. Where is list? So items is not a list. Okay. This is here. We can create list explicitly from items. Words.
You missed W at
Okay,
words fracs items.
Okay. Yes, now it's sorted. So we can see the most popular words from Leo Tolstoy. So let's show the last, I don't know, 30. So last 30 members of this list. So it's not surprise, this is articles. So the, and, to, of, a, he, in, his. Maybe we can show something from minus 100 to minus 80. Another technical words before old. Okay, old. Old is a legit word. So no, I vary your. Oh, Google triggered my voice. Rostov. Interesting. Is this a surname? Actually, I apologize, but I haven't read War and Peace. Okay. I know that there was a Natasha Rostova. Okay, so Rostov may be her sibling. Okay.
And so we have I at the last 30 and in the range of minus 100 and minus 80 and that duplicated because.
Okay, it's about these quotes.
Yeah, and what can be they? Why did they even appear here? The quotes.
Let's look into the string dot punctuation. And we see that this is a special symbol that is not here. But we can copy it and add to our list here, string punctuation plus this strange symbol. So it looks like quotes, but it's strange quotes. I do not know what is this. And after that, we will get rid of this. Yes. So I will be only once in the most frequent. Actually, much more interesting to look the less frequent words, what we will have there. So let's look at the first 30 less frequent words. Another special symbol. Actually, I do not know what is this. /q. Very strange word. I do not know from where it is. Translators. Okay, this is in additional information for the book Aylmer, maybe something French. Maude 2600. So this is the numbers. Widger. Slave one time. Interesting. But special slave with this symbol. Okay. We must work with it too. Elite, but in a strange French way. Scarlet Leverite. So very interesting to work with such information. So we can really search something inside different text sources and maybe have some hypotheses. So for example, you can see here a Hydra. I have no idea from where is this word here. Okay, it was just an example how to work with files, how to read them, how to write to them. Maybe I have a little time to show you the first and very simple data structure. We already have talked about it. It's called stack. So we talk about function call stack, but here I want to show you how to write your own stacks like a data structure. So as you remember, the best abstraction for this data structure is a glass of different liquids. So this is a layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and all things that goes first in, must goes out last. So FILO, this is the abbreviation for the such structures like stack. So we have another structures, for example, Q. So this is a stack. And we have Q. And this is first in, first out data structure. But now we're talking about stack. We can create our own structure using just a list. If you remember, the list is the iterable object. Oh, what's wrong? It's just an iterable object that has its elements. And it has such methods as, why I can't write. So it has append method. Append is to create another list element in the end. And it has a pop method. I have something wrong with my stylus. Maybe the battery is low. So the pop method is the opposite. It's just get the last element from the list. And if we look from the horizontal view, it looks like a real stack abstraction. So we can imagine that this is a glass that was laid down to the side. So let's try to create some so we must guarantee for our stack abstraction, for our stack structure, that it will work with two methods. So it must get something in and get something out in the particular order. So first goes in here, last goes out. Maybe the better way to show you data structures is after learning how to work with classes, but I think we can do it now, just creating functions. Or maybe I can write like a normal programmer using classes and objects. Just do not look to the class syntax because we will learn about them after the after few lectures, but in the second part of our course. So let's call it stack, and there is a init method inside class. So we have inner stack as a list, empty list. So we must guarantee two methods. First is add method, add inside the stack, add, and here element. When we want to add element, so once again, we have object, and inside object, we have an empty list. Now, if we want to add something, we just say, please, inner list, append an element. And that's all. And for pop function, we just say, please return us last element and get rid of it. I think pop method for list work like I do here. So we can create instance of our class. St is equal to stack. Maybe we want to print, actually. Maybe we want to print our stack. So the str, the str with underscores is the method for printing objects. So we want just print self dot stack. So st will be our stack. We want to st dot add one I want to yank this p. So I want to add first. Okay, actually I can do it in interactive regime. Like I told you in the last lecture about modules. So this is my module, actually. This is a module called stack.py. And I can turn on interactive Python, import from stack import stack object. Yes, and now I have st is equal to stack, and I can st dot add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I can print it. So it will execute the function underscore underscore str underscore underscore. So what's wrong? Return non-string. Why? Okay, it must return string, not print, but return. Okay, of course. So we must return str from our list inside. Okay. We must re-import. And after that, st 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and print st. What's going wrong? Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after that, trace back the in line return. So what's wrong? Actually, it's much better to use these experiments inside some Jupyter notebooks, because you can fast change your previous function. So yes, I have 10 minutes. I will do it in Colab. I want to create a new notebook. I want this class here. And after st is equal to stack. Something wrong with connection with Google. Maybe. Oh, initializing. Okay. So, all right.
Is it okay that your class is defined twice in the code?
No.
Or it's okay?
No, it's a mistake. And here I want to return. Yes. Now it's all right. Okay, let's go st add 1. Let's see. Oh, we can do it like this for element in range from 1 to 6. Please st add element. And after that, we can print st. So this is our stack. Actually, we can create a better representation, for example, like a glass. So we can go here in str function method. So this is called method because it's a part of the class. So for element in for e in range len self stack please out.str is equal to nothing, or E, please self.stack minus yi minus 1 plus new line. So from top to the bottom. Okay. And return out str. Okay. It was integers. Str. Y only 1 minus E plus equal. So now I have my glass with levels. So first elements goes to the bottom and the last elements go to the top. And I, for example, can add another element, and it can be anything, for example, text. And if we print stack, it must show that text will goes to the top of the stack. And after that, we can st.pop. So it gets us the top element, and the stack began to be one element less. Maybe we won't get the length of the stack, and we can create a special method inside the class len. So it just will return for us the length of our list inside. I forgot self stack. Okay. So we have 5 elements, and we can say, please get us the len of the stack. Five. So we have 5 elements now. And we can use our usual cycles for E in len st, please pop, or print st.pop what's wrong? Int object is not iterable. Oh, in range, of course. In range. So it pop first 5, then 4, then 3, then 1. And now if we print our st, it will be empty. And the length of our stack will be 0. So very simple data structure and very useful. There are a lot of examples where we want to use stack to solve problems, and you will learn about them on the course of discrete math a lot. So for example, the task with brackets. So we want to understand if the expression that has brackets correct or not. And using stack, we can solve it really quickly and accurate. So I think that's all for today. And I will try to compose the tasks for your next class. So, and it must be the midterm. I will try to write you all the conditions on Friday, I think. So now, if you have questions, please ask. Okay, if it's all, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.